Welcome to Senior Wiz Journey. As we navigate the rich tapestry of our later years, our bodies begin to send us subtle messages, a new ache, a slight change in rhythm. It's easy to dismiss these as just getting older. But what if these signals are not endpoints, but invitations? Invitations to listen more closely, to understand more deeply, and to take proactive steps toward a future filled with not just more years, but more vibrant, healthy life. Today, we embark on a crucial journey into a topic that affects millions of men: prostate health. Let's decode these silent signals together. Part 1. The daily habits that shape our future. The health of our prostate gland isn't determined by a roll of the genetic dice or a stroke of bad luck. More often than not, it is the quiet, cumulative result of the small choices we make every single day, year after year. These habits, often performed on autopilot, are the true architects of our long-term well-being. Let's pull back the curtain on some of the most common yet impactful daily routines that can so silently compromise prostate health. The holding pattern. Why ignoring the urge is more than an inconvenience. Think back through your life. The long car rides, the meetings that ran too long, the movie you just didn't want to pause. We've all been there, consciously overriding our body's signal to urinate. While it seems harmless, making a habit of holding it creates a cascade of internal pressure. Imagine your bladder as a diligent elastic balloon. Its job is to fill and empty smoothly. When you consistently force it to overfill, you're stretching that balloon beyond its comfortable capacity. This chronic overstretching puts significant strain not only on the bladder walls, but also directly on the prostate gland, which sits right at the base of the bladder. This sustained pressure can lead to a state of low-grade chronic inflammation in the entire pelvic region. Inflammation is the body's natural response to stress or injury, but when it becomes a constant state, it can encourage the very cellular growth that defines an enlarged prostate, BPH. Furthermore, urine that remains stagnant in the bladder for extended periods becomes more concentrated, creating an environment where bacteria can thrive, potentially leading to urinary tract infections, otitis, a condition that further irritates an already sensitive prostate. Breaking this habit is one of the most direct and powerful first steps you can take. It's about learning to honor your body's most basic requests. The sedentary trap. Motion is the lotion for life. Our modern world often encourages stillness. We sit to drive, sit to work, and sit to relax. While rest is essential, a predominantly sedentary lifestyle is one of the most significant obstacles to healthy aging, particularly for prostate health. The pelvic region, which houses the prostate, bladder, and a complex network of blood vessels, relies on movement to ensure robust circulation. When you walk, stretch, or engage in any form of physical activity, you are essentially acting as a pump, helping to move fresh, oxygenated blood into the area and flush out metabolic waste products. When we remain seated for hours on end, this vital circulatory flow becomes sluggish. Poor circulation can contribute to fluid retention and exacerbate the inflammatory processes that contribute to BPH. It's a simple equation. Less movement equals more stagnation. But the solution doesn't require you to become a marathon runner overnight. The key is to break up long periods of sitting. Set a timer to stand up and stretch every 30-45 minutes. Take a brisk walk around the block. Incorporate gentle exercises like Tai Chi or chair yoga. These small acts of movement are powerful investments in your internal plumbing, ensuring the entire system remains healthy, nourished, and free-flowing. The fuel we choose. You're what you eat. And inflame. The old adage has never been truer. The foods we consume are the raw materials our body uses to build, repair, and defend itself. A diet heavy in saturated fats, found in red meat, processed foods, and full-fat dairy, refined sugars, and artificial ingredients creates a state of systemic inflammation throughout the body. Think of it as adding poor quality fuel to a high-performance engine. Eventually, the system gets clogged and begins to break down. This chronic diet-induced inflammation is a major catalyst for BPH and can worsen its symptoms. Conversely, you can fight this inflammation from your kitchen. A diet rich in anti-inflammatory compounds can soothe and protect your prostate. This includes omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. These are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. Antioxidants, berries, dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, and colorful vegetables are packed with antioxidants that neutralize cellular damage. Lycopene, this specific antioxidant, famously found in cooked tomatoes and tomato products, has been shown to be particularly beneficial for prostate health. Zinc, this essential mineral, found in pumpkin seeds, lentils, and chickpeas, plays a crucial role in maintaining prostate function. Shifting your diet isn't about deprivation. It's about empowerment. It's about consciously choosing to provide your body with the high-quality protective fuel it needs to thrive for decades to come. Part 2. Understanding the consequence. When the body sends an SOS. When the subtle whispers of early symptoms are ignored, the body begins to speak louder. The consequences of untreated BPH are not just about inconvenience. They represent a significant shift in your body's internal ecosystem, potentially leading to more serious and irreversible complications. Understanding these potential outcomes is not meant to cause alarm, but to underscore the importance of early and proactive intervention. The overworked bladder, a muscle under siege. The relationship between the prostate and the bladder is a delicate dance. As the prostate enlarges, it begins to squeeze the urethra, the tube through which urine exits the body. This creates a bottleneck. To overcome this obstruction, your bladder muscle, known as the detrusor muscle, has to work much harder to push urine out. Imagine it trying to force water through a pinched garden hose. It requires significantly more pressure. Initially, the bladder muscle compensates by becoming stronger and thicker, a condition called detrusor hypertrophy. While this sounds like a positive adaptation, it's actually the beginning of a problem. A thickened muscle wall is less flexible and elastic. It loses its capacity to stretch and hold a normal amount of urine, which is why you feel the urge to go more frequently, even when your bladder isn't truly full. Over time, this relentless effort can exhaust the detrusor muscle. It can become weak and fatigued, leading to a frustrating paradox. You feel a constant urgent need to urinate, yet you're unable to empty your bladder completely. This incomplete emptying, known as urinary retention, is a hallmark of advancing BPH and sets the stage for further complications. The slow burn of inflammation, a fire within. We've touched on inflammation as a cause, but it's also a major consequence. The constant friction and pressure from an enlarged prostate, combined with the irritation from concentrated, retained urine, creates a vicious cycle of chronic inflammation. This isn't like the acute inflammation of a sprained ankle, which is a temporary healing response. This is a long-term, smoldering fire within the pelvic region. This chronic inflammation does more than just make symptoms worse. It can actually accelerate the growth of the prostate itself. Inflammatory cells release growth factors that can signal prostate tissue to multiply. It also contributes to the uncomfortable and sometimes painful symptoms associated with BPH, such as a burning sensation during urination, or a persistent feeling of pressure. Addressing this underlying inflammation through diet, exercise, and lifestyle changes is fundamental to breaking the cycle and finding lasting relief. The danger of retention. When empty isn't empty. Chronic urinary retention is perhaps the most serious direct complication of untreated BP. When the bladder consistently fails to empty itself, a residual pool of urine is always left behind. This stagnant urine is the perfect breeding ground for bacteria, leading to recurrent and difficult-to-treat urinary tract infections, UTIs. A severe UTI can even travel upwards from the bladder to infect the kidneys, a much more serious condition known as pyelonephritis. Beyond the risk of infection, the constant back pressure from a full bladder can have a devastating effect on the entire urinary system. This pressure can ravel up the ureters, the tubes connecting the kidneys to the bladder, and eventually damage the kidneys themselves, impairing their vital function of filtering waste from the blood. This is the endpoint that all proactive prostate care aims to avoid. It highlights why symptoms like a weak stream or a feeling of incomplete emptying are not minor annoyances, but critical distress signals that demand attention and a conversation with your healthcare provider. Part of the path to prevention and control. Your proactive health blueprint. The journey to better prostate health is not one of passive acceptance, but of active, empowered choice. The same lifestyle factors that contribute to the problem hold the keys to its solution. By making conscious, consistent change, you can alleviate symptoms, slow progression, and build a foundation of vitality that will serve you for the rest of your life. This is your blueprint for taking control, reclaiming your rhythm, the power of listening. The very first principle of this blueprint is to reverse the habit of holding it. This requires a mental shift. Start to view the urge to urinate not as an interruption, but as a healthy, normal signal from your body that should be honored promptly. Make it a practice to empty your bladder before long trips or meetings. Don't rush the process. Take your time to ensure you've emptied as completely as possible. Some men find that double voiding, urinating, waiting for 30 seconds, and then trying to urinate again, can be helpful in ensuring the bladder is fully empty. This simple, no-cost habit reduces bladder strain, minimizes the risk of infection, and puts you back in sync with your body's natural rhythms. The power of pelvic strength. Kegels aren't just for women. The pelvic floor is a sling of muscles that supports the bladder and bowel and plays a crucial role in urinary control. Strengthening these muscles through Kegel exercises can dramatically improve your ability to manage BP symptoms. The best part? They can be done anywhere, anytime, without anyone knowing. To identify your pelvic floor muscles, try to stop the flow of urine midstream. The muscles you use to do this are the ones you want to target. Note, don't make a habit of doing this while urinating, just use it to identify the muscles. Once you've found them, here's the exercise. 1. Empty your bladder. 2. Sit or lie down comfortably. 3. Tighten the pelvic floor muscles. Hold the contraction for 3 to 5 seconds. 4. Relax the muscles for 3 to 5 seconds. 5. Repeat this 10 times, aiming for 3 sets a day. Consistency is the key. Over several weeks, you'll notice improved bladder control and a reduction in post-urination dribbling, nourishing your body for longevity. An anti-inflammatory feast. Let your grocery cart be your pharmacy. Committing to an anti-inflammatory diet is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Make your plate a rainbow of colors from different fruits and vegetables to ensure a wide variety of protective antioxidants. Embrace healthy fats. Swap red meat for fatty fish like salmon or mackerel 2 to 3 times a week. Use olive oil instead of butter. Snack on walnuts and almonds. Prioritize fiber. High-fiber foods like oats, beans, lentils, and whole grains can support digestive health and can help manage weight, which also reduces pressure on the prostate. Hydrate wisely. This brings us to our next crucial point, the elixir of life. The truth about hydration. Many men with BPH, frustrated by frequent urination, make the mistake of drinking less water. This is counterproductive. Dehydration makes your urine more concentrated, which can irritate the bladder lining and worsen symptoms. The key is how and when you hydrate. Drink plenty of water. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses. Spread evenly throughout the day. However, it's wise to reduce your fluid intake in the 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This simple strategy can significantly reduce nocturia, waking up at night to urinate, leading to more restorative sleep, which is essential for overall health and healing. Your health partner. The importance of open communication. None of this advice replaces the need for a professional medical partner. Regular checkups, especially after age 50, are non-negotiable. Be open and honest with your doctor about your symptoms, no matter how embarrassing they may seem. They have heard it all before. An annual prostate exam and a simple blood test, called a PSA, prostate-specific antigen test, can help monitor your prostate health over time. Your doctor is your most important ally on this journey, providing personalized advice, ruling out more serious conditions, and helping you navigate treatment options if they become necessary. Take control, stay informed, and build a partnership for a long, healthy life. The journey through our senior years is a privilege, and our health is the vessel that allows us to enjoy it fully. The silent signals from our prostate are not a verdict, but a guide. They teach us that small, consistent, and proactive choices in our daily habits, listening to our body, moving more, and nourishing ourselves wisely, are the most powerful medicine of all. You hold the blueprint to a more vital and comfortable future. If this journey resonated with you, please like this video, share it with friends who might benefit, and subscribe to Senior Wise Journey for more insights.